Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are still on the uses of dimension. During our first lesson, we learned that one use of dimension is so it is used to find the units of a quantity. Dimension is used to find unit of a quantity. We also learned that dimension is used to check the validity of an equation. Now we are on the third use of dimension. So dimensions are used to derive an equation between quantities. Yes, dimension, they are used to derive an equation. Dimension are used to derive an equation or formula between quantities. So you can use dimensions to derive a formula. You can use dimension to derive a formula. Okay, so that's the third use of dimension. This is example 1 concerning the third use of dimension. So example 1 says the period of oscillation of a simple pendulum depends on mass, length of thread, and acceleration due to gravity. Using dimensional analysis, derive a formula for the period. Yes, so that is our first example. I urge you to pay much attention because this question or this example here needs critical thinking. Yes, so I want you to pay much attention whilst I'm solving the example 1. Okay. So you say the period of oscillation of a simple pendulum. Yes, so the period of oscillation period is talking about time, right? Yes. So T, the period of oscillation depends. Yes. So it depends. So as long as you say it depends, you bring this sign. Yes. It depends. The period of oscillation. Yes. So the period is the time. Period is talking about the time. So T depends. As soon as you hear depends, you bring this symbol. Okay. So it depends on mass. Okay. It depends on mass. So let me change the marker. It depends on mass. Okay, it depends on mass. Length. Okay, it depends on length as well. Length. Then it also depends on what acceleration due to what gravity. Yes. So that's the first step. It says the period of oscillation depends. So the period of oscillation period is T. Period. It depends. So as soon as they say depend, you bring this symbol. Yes, this proportionality here. Then it depends on mass, length, and gravity. Okay. So when you are done, then you write T. You bring the symbol as well. Mass. Then you can bring any alphabet, yes, or any letter. So I want to use X, Y, Z. So this one, the top one, we take X, L. The top one we take Y. And the chin, the top one, we take Z, that's Z. Yes. So you write this one first. The second method, M will have X, M will have Y, M will have what? Z, X, Y, Z. Or you can choose to write A, B, C. A, B, C. So any of them that you want to use. Either you can decide to use X, Y, Z or A, B, C. Yes, but when I was in senior high school, I love using what X, Y, Z. So I want to stick to that one to teach you guys as well. Okay. So we are continue. After that, you take the dimension of the what? Of the perimeter here. Yes, you take the dimension of it. So you take the dimension of the period, that's the T here. You take the dimension of the T. That's the period. You take the dimension of the period. Equal to, yes. So this, because of this one, we were interested equal to proportionality K. Yes, K is constant. Because of this symbol, that's why we're able to bring equal to and a K being constant because of this symbol. Okay, so K. Then you take the dimension of mass, X is at the top. You take the dimension of the L, Y is on top, and we take the dimension of the G, Z is on top. please pay much attention. Yes. Okay. Now, taking the dimension of the t. T is what? Period. T is what? Period. So, what is the dimension for period? That's the period. Dimension for period. Meaning that dimension for period is what? T. Yes, capital T. Equal to. Yes, you will give a K as constant. And what is the dimension for what? M. In the question, they explain or describe M as what? Mass. So dimension for the M here, the mass is what? Capital M. Yes, capital what? M. But M to the power what? X, right? Yes, to the power X. And we have L here. L here is what? Length. Length from the question. L here from the question is what? Length. So taking dimension of the L, that's the length, we give what? L to the power Y. L to the power Y. Then we have G. G is what? Acceleration due to what? Gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. And what is the dimension for acceleration due to gravity? That's what? LT net 2. LT net 2. Yes. But we have to the power Z or Z. Z here. Okay. You continue. So you repeat it. T is equal to K M X L Y. Then pause. We are expanding this one. Yes, we are expanding this one. So Z will affect this one. So L to the power Z. You are expanding the bracket. L to the power Z. T to the power 2 also multiply what I say. T to the power negative 2Z. Yes, negative 2Z. Because 2 multiply here. What the power is 1. So it will L to the power Z. And this Z will multiply the power here. Yes. So it becomes T to the power negative 2Z. I hope I'm getting it. To multiply the power here. Power 1 is here, but I don't write it. So 1 times Z. Z. It will multiply what is here too. So T to the power negative 2Z. Okay. So we continue. So repeat T is equal to K. Then M. For the M, we have only one M in the question, right? We have in the equation, we have only one M in the equation. So M to the power X. M to the power X. Let me take the duster. M to the power X. Then L. For the L, we have 2L in the question. In the equation, we have 2L. So we just write one of them, and then we have Y and plus what? Z. Yes. So this one implies that we have a 2L in this equation. So L, Y plus Z. Y plus Z. Okay. Now we have T. We have only one T. So T to the power negative 2Z. Negative 2Z. Negative 2Z. Okay. So as I said, we have only one M here. So MX. We have 2L. So you just write one L. That's 1 plus what? Z. Is 1 plus Z. So you can even testify that you have 2L, but I made it 1 here. Yes, I made it 1 here. And I have only one T there, you bring it here as well. T to the power negative what? 2Z. Negative what? 2Z. Now, we are comparing the powers. Comparing the powers. Comparing the powers. Okay. So compare the powers of T. Compare the powers of T. We are comparing the powers. So what's the power of T? The power of T. Compare the power of T. When it comes to the left hand side, the power of T is what? Is 1. How can I see that? 1 is here, but you don't write it. The power of T here is 1. Just that you don't write it. Yeah, so for the left hand side, the power of T is 1. When we come to the right hand side, what's the power of T? It's what? Negative what? 2Z. Negative 2Z. Or negative 2Z. Negative 2Z. How am I getting it? Yeah, you are comparing the powers. So comparing the powers of t. Okay. So now 1 equals to negative 2z divide 2. Because we want to find z. Divide 2. Divide 2. Divide negative 2 rather. Negative 2. Yes. Yes. So you can see that now z is equal to negative 1 over 2. Yes. So compare the powers. T. 1 is here, that's the writing. It's half power 1 away, but that's the writing. So 1, the left hand side. Equal to come to the right hand side. T, compare the powers. The power of the t is negative 2z. Yes. You want to find the z in this equation. So we divide both sides by negative 2. Both sides by negative 2. So we divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. So this one comes to this one. Now z is equal to negative half. Negative half. So simple. Okay, we are continuing. Compare the powers of L. Comparing the powers of L. When it comes to this equation, we check the left hand side. We don't have any L there. There's no L at the left hand side. So the power of L at the left hand side is what? 0. Is 0. Yes. You don't have any L at the left hand side. So the power of L at the left hand side is 0. When you come to the right hand side, the power of L, what L is saying, the power of L at the right hand side is what? Y plus Z. Yes. Y plus Z. Are you getting it? Yes. There's no T at the left hand side. So the power of L at the left hand side is 0. But when it comes to the right hand side, the power of L, you can check it. This is the L at the right hand side. Yeah. So the power of L is Y plus Z. Yes. So Y plus Z. So now 0 is equal to Y. But Z, we already know Z. Z, you have solved for Z. Z is what? Negative 1 over 2. Z is negative 1 over 2. So you can come and substitute here to find the this one. To find the Y. So plus Z is what? Negative 1 over 2. Okay, so now Y is equal to what? Y per negative is negative. Half. Okay. Okay, so therefore Y is equal to positive half. Because this one can decide to move here. Yeah, this one moves here. You get what? Y equal to what? Half. This mathematics. There's no need for explaining why you got Y is equal to positive half. It's mathematics. Even my younger brother in KG2 can solve this equation. 0 is equal to Y minus half. Can solve this equation and get Y is equal to positive half. Okay. So we are able to find Y. Y is equal to positive half. We are continuing. Compare the powers of n. Yes, comparing the powers of n. So at the left hand side, you don't have any n there. Yes, left hand side, you don't have any n there. So at the left hand side, the power of m is what? 0. The power of m is what? 0. When it comes to the right hand side, the power of what? M at the right hand side is what? X. Is x. Yes. So therefore, we can conclude that x is equal to what? 0. Yes. We can therefore conclude that s is equal to 0 positive. So now we have t equal to, yes, t is equal to k m. M to the power x, but now we know x. X is what? 0. X is 0. Then L. We have L. For the L, we're having what is it? I'm coming. T is equal to K, M, for the M, the power of M is X, and X is equal to 0, X is 0. We are using this one. We are using this one. Okay, so X to the power 0. When we come to the L, L is to the power Y, right? L is to the power Y. For the Y, we got positive what? Half. Y is equal to positive half. Yeah, positive half. You write it. And we go to a G. G. And for the G as well, for the G to the power Z, and to the power Z, you got what? Negative what? Half. Negative half. You got negative half. Yes. So this is the equation that we have gotten. Yes, this is the equation. But you want to write it proper. Yes, you want to write it proper. Okay, so you get T equal to, you bring the constant K. Then you know that any number raised to the power 0 is what? Is 1. Okay, so as I said, any number or alphabet raised to the power 0, you will get 1. So as a matter of that, this M will vanish, you get 1. So it's what? This M will vanish. Okay, and because of this half, we can introduce what? Square roots. Yes, because of this half, we can introduce what? Square roots and put the L inside, like L inside. Because of this half, you can introduce square roots and put the L inside. This one too, the G is also having what? Half. So you can put the G inside the square roots as well. But the G is having what? Negative. Because of the negative, you introduce what? Division sign. That's division sign. And you bring what? The G. And you bring what? The G. Yes. So as I said, writing this one proper, T go to K constant M. M to the power 0, you get 1. So it will vanish. But so this one, L to the power half. Because of the half, you introduce what? Square roots, so that you can put the L inside. You come to the G, because the G is also having what? Half. But because of the half to introduce what? Square roots. So I'm going to square root 2. But since all of them are in the square roots, this is what the parents square roots for all of them. Because this one is supposed to write square roots. So then put L inside. Yes. Square roots and put L inside, square roots and put G inside. But I'll make it once for them, right? Yes. But this one is having negative. So because of the negative, you introduce what? Division sign, and you put it there. So this is our final answer for that question. This is our final answer for that question. Thank you.